extremely talented, but we don't always know how he's going to show up. Now, he gets exceptionally serious, which he has to, against Pacquiao. You guys in for a great fight. I mean, Pacquiao brought you in for a great fight.
You think he needs to show up like A-level to beat Pacquiao, or
he got to bring his A game? I mean,
have you seen that in his recent fights?
Broner is talented, but we haven't always seen his very best.
You good, my man? You good?
What about the fight next week?
Hey, absolutely.
What do you think about Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia?
Great fighter.
Do you think he has to, gain some muscle? What does he have to do different as far as
he has to put on the performance of his life? Because Errol Spence is a special athlete. So it's a great fight, man. Like I said, Shane jumping up 2 weights to Oscar.
Right.
We looking at the performances like that kind of thing.
And what about Crawford and Errol Spence? Could that fight be made? Who would you have winning?
Legendary fight. They're both capable of beating each other. We need that fight. Boxing's doing great. Boxing's doing good. We're doing great if we got that fight.
Now, you've given some historic breakdowns. How do you break down one of the biggest fights in boxing right now? It may not be made yet, but it's going to be made. A Spence Crawford. How would you break that down? Yeah, absolutely. We got his prediction on Mikey.
But I was just about to say.
But that's true. It's very true.
Mikey, and I know Spence and Spence people. I know they focus directly on Mikey.
Right.
I mean, that damn Crawford has all the attributes to beat Errol Spence. Spence has all the attributes to beat a Crawford. This is why we have Hearns FightHype. This is why we have Ray Leonard FightHype. Because these guys are matched like that. I mean, Errol Spence is exceptional. And so is Crawford. That fight, boxing is doing real good right now. We're having great fights. People quick to talk about, oh, boxing ain't what it used to be. We're having some great fights. That would take this era up to where you could compete and speak. The young guys watching these fights would have something to say about the older guys talking about their era.
It's like Leonard Hearns, right?
Yeah, you'd be able to point and say, hey, we did this too. And these young guys are doing it. I've said this in 100 interviews. Give them their credit. Just give them their credit, man. Mikey and Spence is going to be something special. Let's just enjoy it. 100 people going to say, I told you so.
Right.
After it happens.
Right.
I knew Mikey was going to upset him. I knew Spence was going to do this. I knew. But that's why we tune in and watch, man.
Right.
These kids, these young athletes entertain us. And his brother was one and also became one of two. Yeah, man. So Mikey was raised in that. So Mikey was cut from that same cloth as Floyd. I always said he's like he's like a Hispanic Floyd.
Wow.
He's cutting that same cloth with that same lineage behind him.
But if you were his trainer, would you prefer he would have fought somebody a little bigger before jumping into Spence? His last fight was Robert Easton.
I like him and
small guy.
Robert Easton
compared to Spence.
Hey, listen, y'all might want to get on the scale and check some of them scales when they rehydrate.
Right, that's a different case.
Robert Easton standing tall as me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'll be gaining like 6 pounds after the weigh-in when I roll in the ring.
At 147, you have Spence, you got Crawford,
Maybe I should go to 130.
Who do you think has the best resume to say I'm the pound for pound #1 at 147?
Well, pretty soon you're going to have to say it's going to be Porter.
Sean's fighting Ugas and March.
See, you got to say. The reason why I say you might have to say Porter, because Porter faced Carl Brooks,
Garcia,
Garcia, Thurman, Broner. He has Broner. Porter's got a resume on it.
Yeah.
And all action, he ain't a guy you're going to be hard to find. It ain't like he's going to be keeping away from nothing. Porter has to fight. Almost every fight he has, there's got to be contact. See, I saw Spencer, the guy with the body shot when he was in Texas. I ain't sure if there was any contact.
Combo, yeah.
On the opposite side. Looked like Spencer threw the body shot from the distance he was at. The fight was over. Porter being so short, he's not going to have those fights. He's got to be up close and in your face for him to do what he does. And what he does it well. So, resume-wise, and this is opinionated, it might be Porter. We can go back with Kell Brooks and all these little fights that even the Malinagis and all the ABs. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Porter got some names yeah, he got some names.
What do you think of? I'm sorry. What do you think about actors like Michael B. Jordan calling out Roy Jones? I mean, what would happen to that guy? I mean, he's a big, buff, tough guy, but Roy's a legend.
Listen, man. I haven't answered that question with a question. How much money did Conor McGregor get for calling out Floyd?
He got millions.
100 million. That we know of.
Anybody here is allergic to the hundreds of millions?
Absolutely not.
Not a one of them. I mean, we come from an area where I know people have done things to people a lot worse for a lot less. So for hundreds of millions, jokers will take a chance. You never know what might fall. I mean, there's actors getting money. I'm sure actors get this kind of money. But you can come up on some real bread and you throw something out there. And I don't know if Michael B. Jordan fights at all for real. I'm not sure, My good buddy of mine was in the movie, Andre Ward was in the Creed things, and then my fighters was in there, I had a cut man I work with. But, I heard something about Michael B. Jordan calling out Roy. You have the right. You have the right to call out whoever you want. Now it's how the other person responds, whether or not we really have something to talk about. I mean, because any one of us could sit here and talk about, hey, I'm going to fight so-and-so, so-and-so. Do you really? I mean, do you really? Something closer to real that we know is that Mikey Garcia calling out one of them dragons up at 47. And yeah, if you had him, you might want to ease into something. But that's your thoughts, man.
Yeah.
You have to realize that Mikey's brother and his grandfather, they know boxing. They know boxing at an elite level. They will advise him for what's best. And regardless if Mikey want to do his own thing, that's true. He'll still listen to them. He can't go not hearing those. Mikey's too an intelligent guy. Too much of an intelligent guy. He's been listening to him all this while, and look how it's worked out. He's going to listen to him.